back to the Tatum Talk Show, guys, where good is the enemy of great. Guys, I'm back here, man, with Buck Fitzgerald, man, from UT, Tennessee, Nashville, baby, the Nasty Nash. I played there with the Titans, and I'm here with Buck, man, you know, with them ugly orange and white colors he got, man. You know, I told you I don't like that bright orange, man, but I love Buck, though. So, Buck, man, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, dog. I'm good. You know what I mean? Before we start, like, why does Kentucky have the checkerboards? I never – is that –
Hey, you know what?
Y'all take that from Tennessee? You don't have to answer that. It's just like a question to ponder.
You know what, though? I never – you know what, though? Because I have the checkerboards.
You do on those pants.
On my uniforms, man.
Yeah.
And I
know your jogging pants.
Well, you know what? I don't know, man.
Let's look into that.
I think, but it look better with the blue and white, though.
Really?
I think that blue and white look better, though, man. I mean, that. You know what, though? I never thought about that, ever.
Really?
I never put it together, man, because like I'm so that y'all there we here that I never even just put them together like
That's
that.
What I'm
though.
here for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, guys, man, we were talking about this 7-on-7 and travel ball culture, all right? Because travel ball to me is kind of new because travel ball, people have been traveling before when we were younger, but now it's literally like a whole separate league, like just travel ball teams. And then 7-on-7, to me, it's a similar thing with 7-on-7 because, and my take on it is, and you know, I love travel ball, I love 7-on-7, but I hate the culture. Hate it. I don't really like the travel ball culture, and I got friends that coach travel ball teams, and I'm cool with them, and they know my take on this. Like I don't like the culture at all. I mean, like I don't like it like zero. Like I don't like how travel ball coaches and 7-on-7 coaches talk so bad about real coaches. And I ain't saying y'all ain't real coaches, man, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like
it goes both ways too, though. I don't disagree, but also the regular football coaches,
they do. They
talk so bad about the 7-on-7 and the travel ball. So it goes both ways. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
And also how they treat others, like just how they talk to fans and players.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
See. Okay, listen, y'all.
It's bad.
That's what I mean. So, like, for instance, man, like, you know, I was All-American director, and for middle school. So I would go to games, man. I would just, you know, go to games, 7-on-7 events. You know what I'm saying? And I would go look for talent.
Right.
And it's like what I don't like to see is first, man. Like, look, man, if y'all gonna smoke weed, man, like, look, man, smoke weed at home, but don't smoke weed in the car and then coming out smelling like a straight gas bag, man. like, bro, I'm a director. I'm coming in, wanting to meet you, the coach, want to meet, you know, the kids and maybe the parents, and the parents smell like weed.
Well, it's worse when the coach smell like weed.
Yeah. Again, the parents can do what they want to do.
Right,
I get that.
Right,
I get that. But no, it ain't just that they smell like weed. It's how they acting in the stands, though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's acceptable though. Like it's like, man, I go to the game, and I'm on the sidelines, and then I see a parent cussing at the referee. I see other parents fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
see coaches. You know. First of all, social media. It's all a bunch of talk, but then it get personal on the field when they see them.
It got to be personal.
But
because you can't. You talk. It's back in the day. You appreciate this. We used to call them studio gangsters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Gangsters,
the rap gang, studio gangsters. You in studio.
Yeah.
But so the 7-on-7 / travel ball coach talking on Facebook and Instagram is a new studio gangster. So at some point, somebody gonna step to you.
Yeah, a real gangster.
And maybe you are a real gangster. You just doing it, and so you gonna step back. So already we starting off at a negative.
Yeah.
As soon as we step in the park, we already starting off at a negative because the beef already has been generated.
Yeah, but Buck, here's my thing, man. And like the one thing, so I talked to a top middle school coach, and he was like, one of the top teams here in Atlanta was talking bad about his program, and he was like, And I never thought about this the way the middle school coach said it. He said, man, look, you're a travel ball coach. He said, y'all practice 3 days a week, and that is it. So all you got to worry about. If they don't show up, doesn't matter. You're gonna play them anyway.
Right.
He said, but no, I'm a middle school coach. I gotta worry about is a kid even coming to class?
Right.
I gotta keep him eligible.
Is he passing?
Okay, is he passing? And then if he don't come to class, I gotta send somebody to his house to figure out what's going on.
Right.
I gotta feed these kids. He said, and I gotta get them ready to play football and get ready for the high school. So it's like he said, it's like a kid in 7th, 8th grade. We're running the same thing as the high school running, getting them ready for high school. But you're telling them that they ain't playing on competition, so come play travel ball. But you don't got to deal with nothing but a kid playing.
Right. Well, and yeah, it's almost like, and again, I respect all coaches and mentors, men or women that are pouring into kids, but from that coach's perspective, I'm the parent, and you guys are like the babysitter or the fun uncle that can have fun and do all this stuff and then turn them back over to me to take care of the real issues, grades, conduct, home life, nutrition, all that stuff. And so you have real responsibilities as a middle school coach or as a high school coach.
Right.
And then the 7-on-7, which again, full transparency, both of us are 7-on-7.
we got teams
We're
too.
7-on-7 coaches.
Yeah.
But I also have perspective
Yeah.
because, again, from my fathers, and I've been a high school coach, so I have perspective on all of it.
Yeah,
so,
but Buck got a real travel 7-on-7 team.
Yeah.
He got one of them
Pretty
teams where a bunch of nationally ranked kids are on his team now. So we ain't just talking about y'all. We talking about us too now. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, man.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's you've been very vocal, and I appreciate that because you're only saying what most responsible adults are thinking and believing. Even when you go to you have a lot of great relationships with high school coaches, I do too, and you say, hey, coach, you're trying to help, right? Somebody comes to you and say, Coach Tatum, man, we need a facility.
Yeah.
And then you go to the high school and say, hey, man, the Tigers over here want to use your facility. So it's already like, yo, like, what we need, like, are they gonna be acting a fool?
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody want that.
No,
Then you got to answer to your administration why there's a big fight on your.
Fact.
Like,
so they do not want them on their field like that.
No,
bro. They do not.
No, that money is not good enough.
No, it's not good enough.
That little rental fee is not
fact.
good enough
Like,
because you can't sleep at night. You worry, man, are they gonna get the shoe?
I forgot about that, but that's why. A lot of y'all see a lot of them park ball games. They don't be at the prominent high schools.
No, it's hard.
They don't be at the prominent high. They be at the other schools that or a park or a school that maybe like, hey man, we need the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like
we need the players.
Yeah, we need the players. But like that's the issue. Is like the culture to me is so toxic because
that's a good word.
It's toxic because, man, I seen something that was crazy, and I don't know why y'all coaches filming this. This little BTA, and I'm like, what is that? Belt to ass. So my son told me this, belt to ass. And then I seen a kid after the game with a
crazy.
belt.
That was crazy.
He was hitting him on the butt with the belt. And then the one kid that
kind of shoved him,
and he still kept doing it.
So I don't even like commenting on like social media. Like I see stuff, I don't be in the comments, right? But I felt motivated to first, and I don't condone violence or nothing like that. But what, man,
try that.
There you go.
Try that. Hey, listen.
There you go.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen. I don't know where I was at, but I know for a fact if you try that with some of these Atlanta teams,
you try with my team, bro. Y'all gotta take my uniforms off.
It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a riot.
And then we all in trouble.
So we all look bad. So
because you did,
you want to play for social media clicks.
I can't allow my kids to have someone do that to
them.
Hell
no.
Now you're in trouble with me.
No, hell no. No, we ain't like
we can't stand for that. We got to be men, right? Like you can't let a dude
bro.
I was more
I want the kids
mad at the team to let it happen. And the coaches, I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. No, listen, the dude pushed him,
and they kind of held
and
him.
he still
hit to adults, and some of them shook his hand. Some of them shook his hand.
I'm like, hey,
some
man,
of them pat him on the shoulder.
Hey, bro, like we ain't doing that, man.
Nah,
like man, that right there, I feel like, look, man, like we can't do everything for social media, man. But go back to what you said a long time ago, man. Like, are we doing it for the kids? Like, are we really doing it for the kids? Because if we are, man, we ain't posting that, bro. I'm not gonna allow my kids, my son, to have a belt on after the game after we beat somebody. Like, come on, man. Like, nah, man. I think that part of the culture is what I don't like, man.
It's gone way too far. I don't even know how you reel it back in.
You can't now. You can't because it's too many. That video went viral.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I can do.
They're getting positive reinforcement
for something
their
negative.
actions.
Yeah. So like, for instance, man, and I can talk about it because me being in Georgia and me living in Gwinnett County, a team lost the other day, and somebody was talking about the quarterback, and then I seen a mom going back and forth, and then other people talk like, Lord, man, stop talking about somebody's kids, y'all. Like, I mean, I've been in games and I've seen parents trash talk my son, and I tell my son, don't ever say anything to an adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all put me in a precarious situation because now my son looking at me like, what are you gonna do, Dad?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't say anything back, but because basically you're saying you don't say, but you're implying because the adults will handle that.
Yeah.
So he's waiting for the next step. Well, I can't say nothing. Well, Dad.
Yeah, right. So now see y'all see now I gotta say something to the adult. But then if I do, now I'm looking at
you with the shit.
You see what I'm saying? So now man, y'all, please, parents, stop talking trash to people's kids, and then do not go on social media talking about somebody's kid.
That's rule number one.
All
like
right,
that should be. Let's just establish
that's the rule.
that. Like no talking, no talk. First of all, no talking to anybody else's child on the other team.
On the other team,
unless it is, hey son, you played a great game, man. We just wanted to come up and tell you played a great game. If that's all you can say. That's it. I don't care. You cannot, under any circumstances, talk to another child. You really shouldn't be talking to another adult from the other team.
Nah,
unless you're saying good game, respect, or whatever.
You can't.
That has to stop. The coaches are as bad as now these 707 coaches and travel team coaches are talking to the players. They're talking trash to the players. There should be zero situations in which an adult, a coach, is trash talking another player.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing, like, so now I ain't gonna lie. Now I do trash talk other players as a coach, but I do it playfully though.
Right, yeah. You respectfully
yeah, I'm not doing it like
No, I'm
like,
talking about hostility.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bro, we going deep on your head, bro. I'm trying to tell you. He be like, Cohen, but it's a play. But you know what I'm saying?
It's a playful with a smile. It's light. It's light competitive banter.
You sorry, man.
I'm talking about the vile.
Yeah.
The vile, angry, mean, degrading. Anything that's going to put a young person down or lower their stature. If there's anything. That can't happen. That cannot happen. And I tell my kids on my 707, I understand that I can be the old grouch and the mean guy. I get it. So I try to watch it. But at the end of the day, here's the other thing I don't like. We all, want to hold hands and call summits and meetings when the kids fight. But for 30 minutes, we allow
all the escalation. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And walking up and throwing the ball.
Don't do that.
Hold on. But we allow it we get mad with somebody else, but we allow it with our team. Yeah. So here's the thing. We celebrate like our coach used to tell us. We're going to celebrate with our team. I'm not going to regulate. I don't like all, but I'm not going to regulate as long as you're celebrating with our team. When I see you talking trash to another kid, all right, now I can see if y'all going, but you started and you carry on. Why? Make a play. Like, listen, I always tell people, the kids, is, all right, we're playing 7-on-7, right? Let's talk about 7-on-7. You have no equipment on.
None.
You don't have to tackle a soul.
Ever.
The physical contact is actually regulated out. So by the rules, you can't even have physical contact. And you want to be macho? There's nothing macho about that. Just, hey, when you put the helmet and shoulder pads on, you can run through somebody's face mask like Marshawn Lynch say. Yeah. But in 7-on-7, why are you big and macho and doing all this? You don't have any equipment. You can't prove you're like physical or man
at
because you run a route or because you guard somebody or because you throw a pass.
No.
You can pound your chest and say I'm big and physical. I'm a big monster. Really?
Hey guys, we gotta end on that note. We coming back with the same segment, man. Guys, man, this segment was brought to you guys by. Welcome back, guys, to the Tatum Talk Show, guys, where good is the enemy of great. I'm back here with my co-host, Buck Fitzgerald, from the nasty Nashville, Tennessee, guys. We gonna finish this subject about this travel ball culture, man. And I want to kind of talk about that. There should be some rules in place, man, like you said. And I want to talk about the first rule is, like you said, no trash talking to the other team. All right? Talk to your kids.
Right.
Okay? Second rule is, after a bad game, do not go to social media to talk about somebody's specific kid.
Oh, God.
You can say this, you can talk about the team, but don't talk about nobody's specific kid because you raise a whole different level of emotion when you talk about somebody's kid. And I seen that, man. I feel bad for the kid because somebody was like, I don't care where you from, F you, and your son is still trash. I'm like, wow, man. This is a 16-year-old boy, first year starting, playing quarterback, and you got to deal with this kind of ridicule on social media. And I think, guys, I'm just saying these should be the rules: no trash talking the other team, and no talking about somebody's kid on social media.
At least, and
that's minimal.
Parents have to check their ego, and like we talked about in the previous show, they're living vicariously through their child. Yeah. Most times, I really don't see guys who played at a high level doing a lot. I see some of it. Some of them are fools.
But not many.
Not many. They usually try to hold them because you wasn't successful as an athlete. And that's okay. Most of us are not, okay? That doesn't mean that you have to have this energy that, all right, I'm going to be a tough guy through my child. Let them grow. Let them have good, bad games. And then it's over. Move on and go eat ice cream. Yeah. But you're putting too much stock into this and emotion into this when you're going at the other team and having to be macho and getting in fights and altercations. And God forbid, we saw the incident a couple years ago where the guy got killed in front of his kid, and that's crazy.
Nah, man. So let's put a cap on this, man. Before we go to the next subject, let's talk about what are the solutions then? Because we can talk about the problem. Give me two solutions, and I'm gonna give you two.
Well, again, you got to have some hard, fast rules that are based in principles. All right, control your team, whether it's your travel team or it's your 7-on-7 team. Win and lose with class. All right, this is not the end of the world. We don't need to show how tough and big and bad and vulgar we are. All right, we're gonna win and make sure we're operating with class and principles. All right, and then the other thing is, you got to control your parents.
Control your parents, man.
If I hear you talking to another child or having altercations with the other team, your son's off the team. All right? Your son's off the team. If I have a coach that is involved with another player on another team, all right, you are fired. Okay, those are hard, fast rules. Those is zero tolerance when it comes to that stuff because it escalates. And then with our team, celebrate with our team.
That's it.
We're not instigating the other team. It's a 7-on-7 game, guys. Yeah. We're not going to be macho, and we're not going to be the other way. We're going to play a 7-on-7 game and move on to the next one.
Right. So, and I agree with what you're saying, man. And my thing is, I hate when people 7-on-7 throw the ball to somebody, bro. Like, don't throw the ball. Like, that's how a riot starts. And I hate when people do that little, don't do that, man.
Stupid, man.
Don't do that. Just celebrate with your team. Keep it moving. And my thing is, man, there has to be more security at these games, though. Yeah. Like I think that's security is expensive. It's $50 an hour per officer. So if you got two, that's $100 an hour. So if you got for 8 hours,
that's y'all want to act a fool all the time.
But you got to pay it.
I agree.
I pay it. I know you pay it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like at these youth games, I feel like when you come to my camp or your camp, when they see that security guard car parked there, it already calms down that moment.
3 levels,
man, just in case. And then what we do is I do my camps, you do the same way in suburbs. Yeah. So hey, Uncle Johnny, who want to get drunk, he ain't gonna come. He ain't gonna come.
Someone will, though,
hey, he will. But guess what, though? He know active going to in Cobb County. Okay? Hey, do what you want to in that county and see what happens.
That's true.
So again, man.
That speaks to the security and the presence that I hate has to be there.
No, but it got to be.
Does.
I think they just need more security these games, man. So, man, let's kind of talk about this NIL, man. Let's talk about the NIL because this is a big subject because a lot of people, and I see it more often than the other way, say they don't like the NIL. It's ruined college football. They hate the NIL, and like, give me your take on the NIL. And but we got to talk about we will just take on the NIL because it's a lot of money to be made. But but let's talk about the money that's made. But let's talk about how everybody really ain't getting paid like that either. Though.
That's right. No, it's. I think that people see certain situations and they think that that's widespread. Everybody's getting that. A lot of guys are getting minimal. Some guys are, not getting what they feel like they should. So, but in the same vein, as much as everybody wants to make everything about money, I still think it is about money. But it's less about it than us adults. When we get to a certain age, we look at things through a financial lens. A lot of times, the kids want to satisfy the adults. And they want to be good themselves. But to a lot of kids, it's not much difference between, to a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old, it's not much difference between $250,000 and $500,000.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
So they're not really going to do much more, much less. We may, but they're not because they're in the moment. They need some money to do what they're going to do on a day-to-day basis, and that's not going to change their life. They do want to be taken care of, and it's somewhat of an ego thing and a status thing. But, again, the NIL has to come second to what's right for the student-athlete.
Fact.
You got to take less money to go to a better situation because you're going to make a ton more, exponentially more money on the back end when you get drafted. You're going to make significantly more money by having a decent NFL career by putting yourself in a good situation than you are taking $100,000 more dollars for an opportunity when 50% go into taxes. So it's really $50,000, and then you blow through that. So you gotta make sure I'm going to you got to have and, not but or. It has to be an and. I'm getting the right football/life situation, and I'm being taken care of financially that fits my brand, my name, image, and likeness.
Well, that's something. Well, that's what Kyle Kennard is doing right now with South Carolina. He was a tech, and he has a degree now, and he transferred, and he had offers from different places. He got a good NIL deal, but he could have got more money.
Right.
And but I told his dad from the very beginning. I said, bro, that extra $75,000 ain't worth it when you going somewhere where you don't get developed.
Right.
I like that. That's got, to me, the whole NIL, name, image, and likeness, it has to go through development first.
Yes.
Like, okay, where can I go and play and develop? Because that extra money, it don't mean anything. Because I can go back to this right here, man. It's like when you're a free agent and you don't get drafted, okay, and you want the most money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, no, bro, you want to go to the best situation.
Right.
And that's the mistake that I made. Is I didn't go to the best situation coming out of the NFL draft in 2003. So it's like we can always say like, oh man, he should have. No man, you got to go what fits you, and I think that's the part that people is getting misconstrued, and they thinking everybody getting paid. Man, everybody look, only the best of the best are getting paid.
Right.
All right, the best of the best, man. That regular 3-star guy, you're not getting no check, bro.
No. And guys got to stop thinking. I had a situation with a kid, freshman, young kid, but is going to be a really good player. All right, the future's ahead of him. The two guys in front of him get hurt. All right, he's about to start. Hadn't played a game.
Yeah,
is about to start. Coach, I'm going to the coach's office. I'm going to demand more money.
What?
Yeah, that's so that's something like that. even sometimes the student athletes don't understand what reality.
But so he ain't started yet?
No, not yet. He's going to. So he thinks because of that he deserves, because it's almost a status symbol. It's so much about the money in their head. They don't know what that means sometimes. It's like, okay.
That's great.
And so
That's great.
the main thing has to be the main thing. I have to perform on the football field. And it's like in the NFL. All these agents always come to guys and say, hey, we're going to get you marketing deals. The biggest trick, the oldest trick in the book. Hey, I want you to sign with me because we're going to help you in marketing. You still going to make 90% of your money based off of your performance and your contract.
It's how your marketing comes from your play.
There you go. And you got to play a certain position.
Yeah.
And you can be the greatest guard in the history of the world,
but
you're not going to be. You're not going to have a Gatorade. That's right.
You're not marketable,
So understand. I got to continue to be the best player, and all these things will come to me. All the things that you run around. I always tell these dudes like some of them like, man, I just want women. Hey man.
Man,
check this out, dog.
Get that bag.
Now, make a play.
Ball.
See how that works.
Ball and that bag coming.
See how much more beautiful you are on a Saturday night after you've had 2 interceptions. see how them corny pickup lines work after you done had 5 sacks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So it's the same thing with NIL. I want all these things. Just make plays. I promise you, it ain't many broke football. It ain't many guys that's not making a lot of money at any level that's making play after play after play after play.
I think keep the main thing is you got to ball.
Yeah.
Like if you ball, your situation is coming.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But what y'all can't do, and I tell all my clients, and you do the same thing. You can't go to a situation talking about money.
That's right.
It's like going to a girl and you meet her the first time and you already trying to kiss her. She's like, hold on. Can you take me on a date? Can we dance first? Like, you just trying to kiss me right now.
Buy me a drink.
Yeah, buy me a drink first.
Say hello.
So it's like when you come into a situation, they know NIL on your mind. They know that.
Right.
They know that. You come in and you show interest in the school. One of our clients, and you know what I'm talking about, he figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, let me go ahead and go in here and show interest in the school first, and then that's when the money came. But at first he was like, man, they ain't recruiting me right. I said, bro, you a top recruit, you a 4-star. They probably think you ain't even interested.
That's right. You all about the money. They don't want that guy because they're gonna always be about the money.
Right.
The whole time they're there, and make a play, coach. Where's my money? I give you a perfect example of it done. I've seen it done right that I was part of. Adonai Mitchell, who played at Georgia and was a great player at Georgia his freshman and sophomore year. But in his mind, and in reality, he was not getting the touches based off the offense to propel him to a top 60 draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it wasn't anybody's fault. Georgia was winning national championships, so why would they?
Yeah.
Why would they cater to him when they win a national championship? That'd be stupid.
Regardless.
So he had to make a decision to leave. All right, and then in his decision, he chose to go to Texas because he's originally from Houston. Coach Sark is one of the top 3 to 5 football offensive minds. And he was going to get the touches in different ways. He's going to show diversity in his game. You almost had to force Adonai to talk about money because he understood lifestyle-wise, I'm going to be closer to Houston. Lifestyle, I'm going to be in Texas. And I'm going to be in this offense that's going to propel me to be a high draft pick. And he was drafted high to the Indianapolis Colts, and he, in the early to second round. And so it worked out. And I'm sure with all Texas's finances and resources that he was well compensated. But he led with the football and said, I got to put myself in a better situation to get drafted high. The little money that you get on NIL, hell, that's endorsement money on the next level. That's nothing.
Facts. Well, yeah, man, that's the NIL right there. You're on a nutshell, man. Hey, guys, we want to end on that segment right now, guys. This is the Tatum Talk Show. I got Buck Fitzgerald today, bro. I'm so happy, man, that we had a good talk today, man. And guys, go back, listen to these podcasts, take notes. We're giving y'all the inside track. I'm telling y'all, if you watch this podcast, take notes, you're gonna be in a situation where your son gonna see the light and he gonna get to it. But the main thing is you gotta be a dog. You gotta be a guy.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta be a guy, guys. So again, guys, this is Tatum Talk Show, guys. I'm in with the good is the enemy of great.